Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. I want to share with you a recent experience I had that left me completely bewildered. Now, I have talked occasionally in previous videos about my distrust of the dentistry system, second only to the medical system. Obviously, I focus on medicine and traditional healthcare, quote unquote traditional healthcare in the United States, which is my area of expertise, and it's where I work as well, so I know a lot more about what goes on in the world of medicine. But my experiences with dentists over the years in the United States has also been quite negative, sadly. I'm sure there are some very nice dentists out there who try to do a good job, but I think large segments of that industry are also a scam, just like medicine. But let me share a recent experience with you. Now, I do get regular dental cleanings done, but actually, if I'm completely honest, I usually don't get them done in the United States because I simply don't want to get sucked into the system here. I usually get my dental cleanings done when I go home to the United Kingdom and we have a local practice. I pay a little bit out of pocket to get that done. And I also have a bit more time when I'm in the UK to do things like this. But over the years in the United States, I've had issues with my teeth come up every so often. I mean, who doesn't? I've had the odd root canal and I've had to go to a dentist. But I had an interesting experience recently because a local dental practice that I had registered with called me up and said that I was due for a dental cleaning. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm not going to go back to the UK for a while, so let me get this done here. How long could it take? It must be very easy, right, to get a dental cleaning done. So I drive there, I show up, and I go into the reception. They're perfectly nice and pleasant. Sit down in the waiting room for a few minutes and then get led into the dental hygienist room. And she was a perfectly pleasant young lady, went through a few questions. Have I got any issues? No, I've got no issues at all. I simply want to get a cleaning done. And then she said to me, okay, well, we have to do your x-rays first. And I thought, hold on a minute, why do you need to do x-rays? There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. I feel fine. I simply want my teeth cleaned. I mean, how difficult can this be? And we went back and forth for a bit, and I didn't want to be too harsh. I mean, she was obviously a young lady, simply following protocol, what her dentist had told her to do, what was written on her computer. And then after a while, she said, look, if you're not going to have the x-rays done, I might not be able to do the cleaning. And again, I thought, are you serious? You're not going to be able to do the cleaning? Why do I need x-rays? Why do I need to subject myself to radiation? So then she said, okay, I'll call in the dentist. So I waited for a bit, and then the dentist came in, and he seemed like a kind of introverted kind of chap. We talked, he had a very low voice, and I thought, okay, again, I'm not going to be too harsh, but I'm going to be very honest and blunt, as I am. And I told him, I said, look, I'm actually a doctor, and I talk a lot about the tremendous waste in our system and how we do needless testing. And I cannot, for the life of me, understand why you would need to do an x-ray on me when I simply want cleaning done. So anyway, he sort of said, oh, okay, then we won't do it, but you will have to sign a declination form that you refuse the x-ray. And I thought, seriously? I have to sign that I'm refusing an x-ray when I feel completely fine? So at that stage, I simply wanted to get my cleaning done. So the dentist walked out, and then the hygienist put the form in front of me. I signed it, and then she cleaned my teeth. It took, what does it take, 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. And she did a good job, and then I said goodbye. And as I was driving home, I thought, what just happened? I mean, I went for a simple teeth cleaning. How difficult can that be? Why were they trying to suck me in and do an x-ray on me? Actually, it was a series of x-rays. They said, we have to have x-rays on you. Why do they have to have x-rays on me? Now, if there's anybody who's involved in the field of dentistry, any dentists or other people who work in dentistry who want to get in touch, feel free to, because I'm sure that this is all protocol in the United States to get this done, but I bet it's not in other countries. In fact, I know it's not in other countries. And this is the thing about our system, and magnify this 1,000-fold with the medical system, throwing needless tests at people, this mindless protocol following, nobody asking any questions, and we all know what's going on at the top. They do the x-rays, and then they get to bill the insurance company, and then they get money for it. And in the meantime, somebody has been subjected to radiation they don't need. This is probably happening to millions of people every year. And I'm sure there's some dentists out there who will say, oh, but it needs to be done. It's the safe thing to do because then we get to determine anybody's baseline level of oral health. And I would understand if I was actually going for an appointment for my oral health to discuss it and discuss strategies regarding that, but I simply went in to get my teeth cleaned. How difficult can that be? I didn't want anything else done. I was having no issues whatsoever. My teeth feel completely fine. You do not have to do an x-ray on me. In no world that I can imagine, looking at this through a lens of common sense, would you make my life so difficult when I went in for teeth cleaning. And this is why I believe dentistry is second only to medicine in terms of being a complete and utter scam. And that's why I would rather not subject myself to any interactions in the United States with the system. I've talked at length about the medical system. I'm a doctor myself. I've never registered with a primary care doctor. I have no intention of doing so. Obviously, I understand that I come from a different position. I'm a doctor myself. But even when I get lab tests done, I have good insurance. I've always had good insurance, but I absolutely will not go through the system. I pay out of pocket and I order the tests myself online, which actually anybody can do. I get blood tests done and then I can look them over. Again, I know I'm in a unique position, but I simply don't understand the point with the current system. Let's take the primary care system. What would be the point of an annual physical? I know what's going to happen. That doctor would be rushed off their feet. They would barely look at me in the eye. They would go over their protocol. They would check their boxes. They'd try to throw all their stuff at me, including their injections. And they wouldn't even say a word about, how are you, Suneel? How is your real health and well-being? What can we do to elevate your health? No, no, no. It's all about throwing their products at me. And we saw this example at the dentist on a different level. What an utter scam. I'm so glad that I refused that. In fact, I would have rather walked out and not got my cleaning done. I am not going to subject myself to radiation or any procedure that I don't need. That goes for absolutely anything. I believe in doing things naturally. I do not want things done to me which don't need to be done. Whether it's a procedure, whether it's an imaging test, whether it's a pill, whether it's an injection, no way. I only do things when absolutely necessary, and that is what I believe for my patients as well. Thanks everyone for watching. Dr. Suneel Dhand. Feel free to share your thoughts down below. Do you have any similar stories? Check out the links in the description below, including my other work and my free newsletter. Hit the like button if you like this video and the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future. We will speak again very soon.